Welcome to Back a Bike Beat. The 2026 BMW M 1300 GS doesn't just arrive as an incremental step forward, it feels like a complete reimagining of what an adventure motorcycle can be. Think about the legacy that started with the R80 GS back in 1980, the bike that created the entire adventure touring category. Over the decades, the GS badge has become shorthand for go anywhere freedom, for riders who want to cross continents and climb mountain passes on the same machine. This new generation embraces that heritage but pushes harder into performance, technology, and refinement. When you see it for the first time, the slimmer bodywork, the bold LED matrix headlight, and the compact stance make it clear, BMW didn't just polish the GS formula, they sharpened it into something altogether leaner and more aggressive. Throw a leg over the bike and the first thing you notice is the new adaptive ride height system. At a standstill, the seat automatically lowers to an approachable 820 mm, making mounting easy even for riders who struggled with the tall stance of earlier GS models. The moment you move off, the bike rises, extending suspension travel to its full range. This clever feature alone broadens the appeal of the GS to riders who may have admired it from afar but found its scale intimidating. The seating position is still upright and commanding, with wide bars giving excellent leverage, but the ergonomics feel more tailored and precise than ever before. Hit the starter and the Boxer twin roars to life. That familiar lateral torque pulse is still there, a reminder of the GS's heritage, but the engine feels more refined and urgent. The ShiftCam system ensures smooth torque delivery down low and blistering performance at the top end. Roll on the throttle in road mode and the power is creamy, linear, and confidence-inspiring. Switch to Enduro and traction control loosens its grip, letting you kick up dust and slide the rear without losing safety net protection. In rain, the bike softens, damping throttle response for slippery conditions. EVO is a surprise addition, designed for efficiency, ideal when you want to stretch your 19-liter tank across long distances. On the move, the lighter frame and centralized mass are immediately noticeable. The GS no longer feels like a massive touring rig that you guide carefully, it feels alive, willing to tip into corners and hold a precise line. You can hustle it through twisty mountain roads with a pace that would embarrass some sport tourers. Yet, when the asphalt ends and the dirt begins, the long travel suspension and the forgiving geometry transform it into a capable off-road machine. The combination of Telelever front and Paralever rear suspension means stability is rock solid, with minimal dive under braking and excellent bump absorption. You get the sense that this motorcycle thrives equally in mud and gravel as it does on smooth autobahns. Riders often ask how it stacks up against rivals. Ducati's Multistrada V4S may have more outright horsepower on paper and advanced radar systems, and KTM's 1290 Super Adventure brings brutal acceleration and hardcore off-road chops, but the BMW strikes the perfect balance. It isn't the most powerful, nor the lightest, but it combines comfort, electronics, and sheer usability in a way none of its rivals can. The GS has always been about versatility, and the 2026 M 1300 GS continues the tradition with more polish and breadth than ever. The technology story goes beyond riding modes and screens. The Headlight Pro system is a revelation. Lean into a corner at night and the adaptive LED beam swings with you, illuminating the road or trail ahead in real time. Add the optional riding assistant package, and you get adaptive cruise control that maintains distance from traffic, blind spot detection that warns you of vehicles in your mirrors, and collision warning that flashes alerts if you close too quickly on an obstacle. This isn't just technology for the sake of marketing, it's safety and convenience that you can genuinely feel working for you on the road. Comfort on long rides has also been carefully considered. Heated grips are standard, but heated seats are available, along with a quick-fit luggage system and touring screens. Vibration is minimal thanks to refined engine balancing, and with cruise control engaged you can cross hundreds of kilometers without fatigue. Riders who do long tours will appreciate the small details, like an easy-access USB-C port for charging devices, a 12V socket for accessories, and intuitive controls that don't overwhelm despite the sheer volume of electronic features. A big bike demands serious braking, and the M 1300 GS doesn't disappoint. Twin 310mm discs up front, clamped by 4-piston radial calipers, provide powerful yet progressive stopping power. The 285mm rear disc is controlled with finesse, ideal for trail braking off-road. With ABS Pro keeping everything in check even when leaned over, you can brake later and harder without fear. The tires, cast aluminum 19-inch front and 17-inch rear, strike a sweet spot for both road stability and off-road agility, and cross-spoke wheels are available for riders who lean heavier into dirt adventures. Range anxiety isn't a concern. The average fuel consumption hovers around 4.8 liters per 100 kilometers, which translates to nearly 400 kilometers from a tank. That's more than enough to cover a full day's ride in most regions without hunting for fuel, and when you do fill up, the GS continues its tradition of being compatible with low-octane fuel in remote areas. That's the beauty of the GS philosophy. It's designed to perform whether you're blasting through western highways or navigating backcountry fuel stops in far-flung regions. The aesthetic choices give riders a chance to express personality. The GS Trophy Edition is loud, adventurous, painted in sporty colors that hint at Dakar heritage. The triple black is moody, stealthy, perfect for riders who want sophistication with menace. The Option 719 Tramontana, with its gold accents and deep metallic blue, is for those who want their GS to double as rolling art. No matter which you choose, the new bodywork is slimmer, more angular, and more aerodynamic, a deliberate break from the bulkier designs of earlier GS models. Pricing puts it firmly in premium territory. At just over $20,000 in the US and around €21,300 in Europe, it's not cheap. But value is about more than the sticker price. What you get is a bike that can replace several others: a tourer, an off-roader, a sport tourer, and a daily commuter. Factor in BMW's legendary reliability and worldwide dealer network, and it starts to look like a smart investment for serious riders who want one bike that can do it all. What truly sets the 2026 M1300 GS apart is how it feels when you're on it. The sum of the parts, the engine's roar, the responsive handling, the high-tech safety net, the comfort for hours in the saddle, creates an experience that is as close as it gets to motorcycling perfection in this category. It's a bike that doesn't just carry you to your destination, it turns the journey itself into the main event. Imagine the scene: the camera follows a rider cresting a ridge, the horizon glowing orange as the sun sets. The GS rolls to a stop, dust swirling around it, LED lights glowing like a beacon. The panniers are packed, the rider's gear is scuffed from days on the road. And yet, as the bike sits there idling, you realize it's ready for another 1,000 kilometers, another mountain range, another desert plain. That's the essence of the GS, and BMW has captured it better than ever in this 2026 model. For anyone watching, the message is clear: this isn't just another motorcycle. It's a machine that offers freedom, capability, and performance in a way few others can. The BMW M1300 GS redefines the adventure bike, carrying the GS spirit boldly into the future while honoring everything that came before.